Hello, this is Geeks Assembled. I am hosting an Audio Heads presentation. This is we're discussing today the interesting new-ish version of the Prisoner. Prisoner was I guess like an ITV show back in the 70s on BBC ITV, and it was uh, it was hard to imagine a weirder scenario. The secret agents end up quasi-retired in this village, kind of a quaint British village. Instead of having any names, they all just have numbers. And the numbers, there are people around who know what they're trying to achieve with these numbers and this experiment. And I did watch some of the Berkeley prisoner experiment on streaming, and that was, I mean, it was really brutal. Or Stanford. It was either Stanford or Berkeley. Just horrible. It's like the same thing. You go all the way to the fourth episode, and they're talking about this being one of the most effective torture techniques ever devised by humankind. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna delve into this strange world, and they're trying to figure out why this one guy retired,
Resigned.
resigned, and yeah. So Lee's here with me, and go ahead. What's your opening thoughts on the Prisoner Volume One box set?
Well, another great quality box set from Big Finish, where you get so involved in it, and then of course Big Finish don't make anymore after 3 sets, and they're doing that quite a lot just lately, and so that peeves me a lot.
Oh,
You just get into summer, you think, wow, well, we're not doing it anymore. They've done this with Prisoner, they've done it with Space 1999, done
yep,
about volume, and they've cancelled them.
yep.
They're getting like Netflix. Um,
Oh, I know, right?
yeah, and this box set volume 1 has 4 stories. 3 sort of based on the TV episodes from 1967, but written and sort of twisted the Big Finish way, so that they've put their mark on it, and 1 original story what the Big Finish have written. um, yeah, you've got Mark Elstob has number 6,
Mm-hmm.
uh, taking over the role from Patrick
Let
McGowan,
me go.
who who sort of created the Prisoner series and is an iconic character from way back then now. And I tell you something, Mark Elstob does a hell of a great job, because when you hear listening to, you're thinking, wow, he has got the the vocal chords of Patrick. You can visualize Patrick.
Yes,
Uh,
you can.
you can, and as the TV series had nearly every episode a different number 2, trying to
Mm-hmm.
find out why number 6 resigned from his top job in the ministry. Um, and this is it. What they do every sort of episode in this. We just want information. We want, why did you resign? Um, and you've got some great number 2s in this one: John Standing, Celia Imrie, Raman Tikaram, and Michael Cochrane. Cochrane. as both all as number twos, um, and you do get the feel of the TV series.
Yep.
And each story is quite different from. They have got a mixture of the stories, so there's no similar story in this set. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It's just a shame that they decided not to do any more. Back to you, Susan.
Yeah, the Celia Marie Emery and excuse me, John Standing was just cool, but to hear those guys do pull out the number two, that was the number two role. I like the fact that like the number two was always the bad guy in the TV show, and so it was good to have them sort of farm that out to these others. And the other thing was Control was properly like spooky and angry, kind of distant, fun. And yeah, so there was all the others. There was like the number one, number 17, number 38. There's 062. And then there was that number 9 that one time. And
Yeah,
yeah, so that it was great. And the story, the departure and arrival, departure from what reality, arrival in a virtual reality. You know, you get the idea that this place isn't really a physical place. It's more of a VR created place, virtual reality. It's supposedly a village, but yeah, right. You know, you don't have technology that is accessible from anybody who lives there. And even if you're setting it way back in the 60s, you need to have a telephone and television, and they just don't have. And so they don't have. So I say it's all in their mind. Virtual place.
they do have telephone.
It's in their minds. They do.
Yeah, number two's always ringing him up.
Oh yeah, okay. But that's internal, not external. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, there's no outside world, is there? It's just the village.
yeah, no. So they have like inter cottage communication, but they don't have real like external world communication. They don't have telly. They don't have newspapers. They don't have phones. Anyway, so like that. That's just my. That's why I say what I say about this being in their mind. And number 6 is pretty amazing. He was a good spy back in the day. And that's really what the amazing thing is that this is a show about people who used to be part of MI6 or MI5 and really good at their job, parts of MI6, MI5. And so creating a place for them here in this world, you've got to you just have to understand that this is where folks like Elvis and Princess Diana would end up too, because they know more than they were letting on too, right? Okay, so anyway, I'm a fan of the old show, but also I like the premise, this whole thing of like I'm not I'm not an animal. I'm not a number. I'm a man. Anyway,
I got the number. I'm a free man.
I'm a free man. Yes. So anyway, what's your favorite moments out of each of the four, and what did you think about the way that
Well,
they wove them? Because there's two that are kind of long, and then there's two that are normal size.
yeah, yeah. Well, the first story, departure and arrival, is the story of where he wakes up. He resigns from his job, and the next thing he knows, he's
Uh
waking up
huh.
in this village, um, with the green dome. Uh,
Mhm.
with John standing as number two, and also Celia Imrie takes over number two near the end of the audio,
Yep.
um, which they used to do in the TV series. Yeah, great start. And then you say you got the second series of Celia Imrie all the way through as number two, with called the Schizoid Man,
Mhm.
where we're going to cloning.
Yeah. It would. There was more than one number six.
Yes, and some of the times when you was listening to it, you're thinking, oh, is that the right number six? Is that the real number six? Or has he been scuppered
Uh
as
huh.
the fake number six has won? You know,
Right.
uh, and then you say you got uh, the original story, number three, Your Beautiful Village with Ramon Tikaram as number two, where number six wakes up in complete darkness, cannot see a thing. Um, Apparently, all power has gone. All you know, and it takes most of it takes its place in the darkness.
Uh huh.
Um,
Super airy.
it is very, and he sort of number six sort of loses his mind
Uh
during
huh.
this one. You can see him cracking. And then you've got the final one, the Chimes of Big Ben, where you've got Michael Cochran taking over as number two, as a jolly, happy-go-lucky number two
Uh
with,
huh.
with walking sticks, but I wouldn't trust him. Don't
Uh
trust the
huh.
guy because he's got motive. um, where he number six, the number oh I can't remember was it the
Eight.
number no, it wasn't number eight. It was number I can't remember who it was. But they both
So
escape.
the love interest. It was she was the number eight. The love
No,
interest was no.
no, but number eight wasn't in this story. Number eight got killed in the last story. Who was the woman in this? What number was she? Chimes of Big
Okay.
Ben.
Are you talking? You're talking about Nadia, right?
Oh, yeah, that's her name. They gave her a number, but I can't remember the number now.
Number eight. Oh my gosh! I didn't just. I mean, I just listened to it, so I didn't just forget it. It was eight. They killed an eight last time, but then they turned Nadia into eight, and
No,
but she
they gave her
remembered her name.
no, they gave her a number, and it wasn't number eight. It was number because they said we'll give you the apartment next door to number eight.
Hmm.
So was she number nine? Anyways, yeah, where they number six and her eventually escape the village and get back to real life in London.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but as you say, well, in your thought, all VR, virtual reality,
Uh-huh.
all a ploy.
Mm.
Yeah, and a constant thing in all four of these episodes, as it was in the TV series, was Rover, the big ball, what used to go
Mm-hmm.
chase all these escapees and smothering them.
Yep.
The great sound effects for Rover.
The beach ball of
Yeah,
death.
great big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you just visualize because you had the images from the TV show, so you know you just imagine what it was like there. So yeah,
Mhm.
a great set to begin with. So back to you, Susan.
Yeah, I liked the romance. The in number four. I'm gonna do these backwards. In the Chimes of Big Ben. That's how they kind of were hoping that they had actually made it back to the real London, was because they heard the chimes of the clock
Yeah,
and stuff like that. And then Your Beautiful Village was about knowing, kind of like epistemology, like how do you know what you know, because you know what you know because of you've experienced something and something like that. And like these guys ask the question, is this village a real place? Is this something that is knowable, or is it a construct that is unknowable? I mean, like that sort of thing. And that was really interesting. And then the other one was Schizoid Man, and that was how much emotional pressure, torture can we put on somebody before they do sort of break away from themselves and shatter and become, in a way, schizophrenic, in a way, schizo-affected, so that they panic, or they have panic attacks, or they have, uh, you know, multiple dissociative personality disorder, all that stuff, especially with like cloning and stuff. That is something that is really an important part of what the second show was. And the second one was a long one. It was like feature length. And so like you really got a sense of like this these these torments that they would do with number two, and with number six being subjected to like an emotional reunion with somebody that he didn't really know, and trying to connect false memories together, which is something that they say that a lot of the um, evil empire type people do with folks, is that they, and then the departure and arrival, that was also quite long, and it was I mean, it really was about the fact that this village just didn't have any sort of exit points. There just wasn't anything out beyond the village. And the fact that once he got there and he realized how bad things were for him emotionally and mentally, he was probably going to have to try and find an exit and depart the place, but he couldn't ever do it. He was always arriving, and he arrived for like for the vast majority of this. He just keeps arriving, and it's just like that reality is hard for him. And so yeah, that those stepstones in this story really were amazing, and it was so much like the show, and the quality of the show. It really was. It was like eerie and spacious, and there was dialogue that you kind of can't miss parts of it, because you need to have listened to those parts in order to get the rest. So yeah, that's pretty much my favorite stuff about it. and I just kind of, know it's a few years old, so spoilers. I don't think I spoiled everything, but pretty much everything. So anyway, um, just get it and listen to it. The heck with it. Just do it. Just do it. Do yourself a favor. And also, this is getting close to this. This is the end of our sort of Christmas um, spy time, and I noticed that Lee is wearing a Stranger Things um, jersey or jumper, and um, he reminds me that this is very much like what Eleven is going through when she ends up in these rooms of hers. 11 is actually 6 in so many ways. Oh my gosh, it's just that's just the way it is. And then there's the whole all the stuff that it drags up.
Yeah,
So, um, good good choice of clothing to match the mood, and it's all Christmassy too, which is fun. Which
yeah,
I know that, which is another cool thing about Stranger Things is like they use the Christmas lights. Anyway, probably I've probably said everything that I wanted to say. Is there anything else, Lee?
yeah. You say they've set it in 1967 when the original series was set, but they have updated the technology in the stories because
I noticed.
they have tablets. Uh,
Uh
c-
huh.
and I like that. I thought, oh right, so they've updated the technology,
Uh huh.
uh, but number 6 doesn't know what a tablet is. So they've
Right.
got
Exactly.
so these have got all this technology back in 1967. What we will get in 2000
2020.
2020 or whatever it is. Yeah. So they've got the so this technology is so advanced for the village, um, which I like the idea of that. But yeah, it's a good box set. As I say, just a bit disappointed once you get into these box sets and then there's no more. Uh, which
Yep.
is a really does grind my gears. You know, and it's not just this box set. The Big Finish are doing it quite a lot now, and I just don't understand what they're playing at. A
Well, I
lot,
mean,
a lot of fans get disappointed with what they're doing.
right. It's like they have so some of them they've lost the rights to, but some of them they just I don't know what their damage is.
Yeah, but yeah, and also as well, because it was big news that they were doing the Prisoners, and you get the limited edition box set for
Hmm.
brilliant, lovely, lovely case and booklets and pages.
Oh, nice, really cool. There's
The
like a booklet in there.
original
Yep,
number 6 there, and then it's quite yeah, it's an interesting thing.
yep.
But enjoyed it. I'll fully recommend it to anyone. So you want my final save score?
Sure, go for it.
What do I give number 6? Do I give him a number 2? Do I give him a number 11? Do I? No. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the way how they update and adapt the storylines from the TV series for this box set for modern day. I love the original story, Your Beautiful Village. Very, very creepy and claustrophobic. Um, and great acting. Big Finish really do know how to attract great actors. So for me, The Prisoner Volume 1 gets it gets a 10. It gets a number 10 out of 10.
All right, and yeah, your final say reminds me of a Christmas joke.
Oh god.
Why does Santa Claus afraid of going down chimneys? He's
Yeah.
claustrophobic. Didn't. All right. That's me. I'm here all the weekend anyway.
Start,
Let's see.
start the car.
Okay, we enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. I'll give him 10 rose out of 10. Beach balls of death. Yeah, that was fun. And then the other thing that was about this is that it wasn't that long ago, and I just know that Lee nailed it when he said that they need to stop just stopping after doing only a few. That really bugs me too.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate the fact that they did set to do another one, and yeah. So uh, I think that you really should have a listen, find it and enjoy it, and let's see, my friends, you can find us on YouTube, where you can hit the bell notification button,
Oi!
and you can hit the subscribe button too,
Ooh.
and you can give us a like so that the algorithm knows about Geeks Assembled.
True.
And then, or you can give a thumbs down. If you don't like, you can dislike us. That's fine too. I mean, we just
Yeah.
need
We don't care.
interaction, and leave a comment below. Especially comment if you want to join Lee, and message Lee, and he'll get in touch with you. And you can find us on social media: Facebook, X, Instagram, and yeah, those are the three big ones right now.
Yeah.
Facebook, we share what we're doing in this group called Geek Assembles, and also we're happy to share these audio adventures, like that we do every fortnight. We do an audio adventure. So yeah, just you can find those things in Big Finish listeners groups and stuff like that. So yeah, that's also what we do. And be sure to, if you do want to join us, all you got to do is have Zoom, a camera, microphone, and a device that works, and uh, be over 18, because sometimes we talk about torture, and
Other stuff.
that, that's not for kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Not for kids. The prisoner audios are not for kids, but the show was PG, okay? But yeah, the audios are just not for kids due to the whole psychological warfare thing that's going on there. And anyway, that's pretty much all I've got. Thanks for listening, and you know, I'm a human being. I'm not just a number.
Anyways, be seeing you